Ah, football fans. Where would we be without them? Quiet stadiums, less drama, fewer curse words in 4K? But let's talk about the latest case of when trolling goes wrong. Manchester City fans thought they were being clever with a giant banner mocking Vinicius Jr. Spoiler alert, it didn't age well. Before the game, City fans unveiled a massive Oasis-themed banner that basically told Vinicius to stop crying his heart out over losing the Ballon d'Or to Rodri. The problem? Vinicius read the banner and proceeded to ruin their night. So did Manchester City just jinx themselves? Is Pep Guardiola secretly fuming at City's tifo department? And most importantly, why do football fans never learn? Let's break it down. 1. The banner that backfired. Picture this: the Etihad Stadium, Champions League night, an electric atmosphere must be, and then, boom! A massive banner goes up with Rodri kissing his Ballon d'Or trophy while Oasis lyrics scream, "Stop crying your heart out." Rodri, watching from the stands due to injury, even pulled out his phone to capture the moment. Because nothing says iconic like a preemptive victory lap. Except, in true Real Madrid fashion, that lap ended with City slipping on their own banana peel. Trolling before the game is like celebrating a goal before the ball crosses the line. Just ask PSG how that usually ends. Remember PSG versus Barcelona in 2017? They printed Champions League quarterfinalists' t-shirts after the first leg. Next thing you know, they're on the receiving end of the greatest comeback in football history. Football gods don't like arrogance, folks. Vinicius read the banner like it was a personal hate mail and responded with a Champions League masterclass. It's like giving a villain their tragic backstory in the first act of a movie and expecting them not to burn the whole city down by the final scene. The guy took one look at that banner and instantly unlocked Ultra Instinct mode. This is why football fans need a when to troll guide. Step 1. After the final whistle. You don't mock a wounded lion. You wait until the lion is in a cage before you start taunting it. City fans basically walked into Vinicius's personal revenge arc and handed him the script. Rodri pulling out his phone to snap a picture of the banner was the real jinx. Bro, you play for City. You've seen Madrid do unspeakable things to teams in the Champions League. Why would you provoke the inevitable? That's like texting your ex, "You'll never find someone better," only to see them pull up with a billionaire. 2. Vinicius's revenge. A masterclass in petty motivation. We all know Vinicius Jr. is built different. Some players let criticism get to them. Vinicius? He eats it for breakfast. The moment he saw that banner, he basically whispered, "Bet," and proceeded to dismantle City's defense like it was a training drill. In the span of 5 minutes, Real Madrid turned a 2-1 deficit into a 3-2 victory, leaving City fans looking at their banner like, maybe we should have waited until after the game. If Man City fans wanted to motivate Vinicius, they should have just told him he's not as good as Mbappe. That usually does the trick. Seriously, nothing fires up Vinicius more than hearing Mbappe is better. You want to see him go Super Saiyan? Just casually mention that Paris still has a number 7 shirt waiting for a superstar. They tried to rattle him, and instead they handed him the script for his own Last Dance documentary. You know it's bad when a player gives that post-match interview. You know the one where they look directly into the camera and say, "They doubted me." That's when you realize you've created a monster. Vinicius doesn't forget. This man holds grudges like a telenovela villain. You think he's just gonna move on? Nah, next season he's probably saving screenshots of this banner as his phone wallpaper for extra motivation. City fans unintentionally pulled a Jose Mourinho, except instead of parking the bus, they fueled Madrid's comeback engine. I prefer not to speak, something City fans probably should have considered before raising that banner. Because if you don't talk, you don't give your opponent main character energy. 3. Pep Guardiola's selective vision. And then there's Pep Guardiola, who, when asked about the banner, responded like a man who sees everything except inconvenient details. I didn't see it. Really, Pep? You see tactical gaps in a formation from 100 meters away, but you miss the 30-foot banner hanging in front of you? Sure. Pep sees defensive positioning so precise he could probably detect a misplaced blade of grass, but a massive banner mocking his opponent? Magically invisible. Imagine being able to identify a midfielder's exact hip angle from the sidelines, but somehow missing a stadium-wide display literally designed to get attention. This is the same man who overthinks Champions League tactics to the point of self-destruction, but suddenly he's like, "Banner? What banner?" Pep before a big UCL match. Let's play John Stones as a false 9 hybrid wingback midfielder. Pep when asked about the banner, "I saw nothing." Guardiola treats football like 4D chess, but when it comes to potential mind games that backfire, He's got the observational skills of a goldfish. Maybe Pep actually saw the banner, processed its potential for bad karma, and immediately hit delete memory like a traumatized FIFA Ultimate Team player after conceding in the 90th minute. Selective vision must be a managerial superpower. When City loses, Pep doesn't see the referee's mistakes. When they win, he's suddenly a forensic scientist breaking down every call in slow motion. Next week, Pep's gonna claim he didn't see Vinicius rip apart City's defense either. No, we controlled the game, I didn't see anything. 4. Jamie Carragher versus the celebration police. Meanwhile, Jamie Carragher was not having it. He went full old man yelling at the clouds mode, calling the banner ridiculous and saying City should have waited until after they won to start the trolling. To be fair, he has a point. There's a reason you don't see teams printing Champions 2024 t-shirts before the final whistle. It's bad luck, and it makes the meltdown even funnier for everyone else. City's banner is the football equivalent of texting "I told you so" before your parlay hits. It's like betting your rent money on a 10-leg accumulator, seeing the first 9 results go your way, and immediately calling your landlord to flex before the final match even kicks off. Carragher basically said, "Stop poking the bear, you absolute clowns." And honestly, I respect it. It's one thing to mock a mid-table club with nothing to lose, but why would you actively go out of your way to anger Real Madrid, the football equivalent of Thanos with all 6 Infinity Stones? If football had a list of unwritten rules, don't taunt a world-class player before kickoff would be right next to don't start a fight with Zlatan Ibrahimovic unless you enjoy hospital food. City fans could have just held on to the joke until after the match, but no, they wanted to hand Vinicius a personal mission statement. It's giving plot device in a redemption movie. It's not that trolling is bad, it's that trolling before the result is football hubris at its finest. It's like those guys who propose at halftime thinking their team will win, only for them to lose 4-0 and now the engagement is in jeopardy. 5. The Ballon d'Or drama, Real Madrid's no-show protest. Of course, this entire saga goes back to last year's Ballon d'Or, where Rodri beat Vinicius to the award. And how did Real Madrid handle it? With grace? With sportsmanship? Nah, they boycotted the entire ceremony. Florentino Perez even claimed that Vinicius would have won, if not for random journalists from tiny countries getting a vote. Imagine being a journalist from Finland, opening Twitter, and suddenly finding out you personally robbed Vinicius Jr. of a Ballon d'Or. Tough day at the office. Madrid not showing up was the most "we're taking our ball and going home" move in football history. It's like storming out of a group project because you didn't get to be the leader. Meanwhile, Rodri's just standing there holding the trophy like, bro, I didn't even vote. Apparently, Ballon d'Or voting is now being decided by a FIFA Ultimate Team Weekend League leaderboard. Florentino Perez really woke up and chose conspiracy mode. What's next? VAR was rigged against us in the voting booth? Look, I get it. Losing hurts. But Madrid boycotting the ceremony is like an actor skipping the Oscars because they lost to Meryl Streep. Bro, it happens to everyone. Real Madrid not attending because they lost once is peak. If I can't win, I'm not playing any more energy. Someone get them a juice box. Rodri was probably just happy to be there, and now he's catching stray bullets from Madrid's front office. Rodri won a Ballon d'Or and somehow ended up in a geopolitical debate about voting systems. This guy just wanted to play football, man. 6. The return leg. Madrid awaits. So now, the real question, can City redeem themselves in Madrid, or did they just summon the ghost of every Real Madrid comeback ever? City now have to overturn a 1-goal deficit at the Bernabeu, which, let's be honest, is like asking Barcelona to hold on to a 3-goal lead against Liverpool. We've seen this story before. Real Madrid in the Champions League is like a horror movie villain. No matter how many times you think they're dead, they just sit up like the Undertaker. City might feel good about their chances, but that's exactly how PSG felt in 2022. Spoiler alert, they didn't feel good for long. Vinicius is already in the gym, lifting weights while staring at that banner for extra motivation. The man probably has "Stop Crying Your Heart Out" playing on repeat in his headphones, while bench-pressing City's defensive hopes and dreams. City fans might want to leave the trolling at home this time, unless they enjoy getting humbled. If City fans unveil another banner at the Bernabeu, it better say, "We apologize for our previous mistakes." Real Madrid in the Champions League is basically Thanos. I am inevitable. They could be 4-0 down in the 85th minute, and I still wouldn't bet against them. This club treats two-legged ties like a TV show, always saving the plot twist for the last episode. Pep Guardiola is already in his lab overthinking tactics as we speak. You just know he's about to roll out a 3-2-4-1 formation with Ederson playing midfield because possession is the best defense. Closing thoughts. A masterclass in self-sabotage. So, what have we learned today? Football fans never learn. Trolling before a match is a dangerous game, and Vinicius Jr. should probably send City fans a thank you note for firing him up. But now, over to you. Did City's banner cost them the game, or was it just Madrid doing Madrid things? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more football chaos. Until next time, remember, never troll a world-class player before kickoff. It never ends well.